Hey everyone, and welcome to the newest What's Next. I am your host Trombone, and we're going to be talking about the new champion revealed, Kayn. Or as I may call him when people pronounce his name differently than what I say, Kanye without an E, which is kind of crazy because all people talk about is this guy's E. Also crazy because Kanye without an E would be spelled much differently, but anyway, what we're going to be talking about is the new champion, not Kanye, because that's a whole mess in its own right, and it is debatably more nuts than League. So, who is Kayn? According to Riot, he's a jungler. He's this crazy Yasuo looking motherfucker that's made to be played in the jungle. Also, we know, or maybe you don't, that he is a transform champion that has a transform mechanic unlike anything we've ever seen before in the game. So that's what we know. That's who Kayn is. But more importantly, you probably want to know what is it that this crazy Yasuo looking motherfucker does. Alright, let's dive right into that then. Kayn has a passive. Well, so do all champions, but that's not really what this does. His passive is his transform mechanic that define what his different forms are going to do. His first form, or what I'm assuming his first form is called Shadow Assassin. This means that he deals bonus magic damage during the first few seconds of combat with champions. Now, I don't know what that exactly means. I don't know if it resets while attacking a new champion, but that's what Riot says it does. So we're going to take them at their word because apparently they are gods. The second part of this passive is called Darken. And again, I'm only assuming that this part is the second transformed form. Transformed form. In this form, you'll heal yourself for the very specific amount of a chunk of all spell damage that was dealt to champions. Holy shit, that was a whole paragraph just about the passive. Alright, here we go. So we're going into Reaping Slash, Kayn's Q. So Kanye without an E's Q is a dash that swirls around and deals damage, but the dash itself also does damage. So what's this going to look like? Honestly, why you all come to this channel when you can look this up, see and read all this for yourself, I don't know. So it's going to look like a Lucian dash with a Tryndamere whoop-de-whoop at the end. So they mashed those two together, made a baby. That's what it looks like. Now at this point you're thinking, how does this change when you're transformed? It's not important and you're at my mercy now. So, not just kidding. When you're darkened, the ability is going to do bonus % health. Now this is a funny Riotism against all enemies except minions, or as the rest of the world says it, to champions. I guess this is why I'll never be a writer or a reader for League. That and I swear too much, but that's besides the point, and we're moving on. Moving on to Kayn's W, Blades Reach. It's a mini Cyan Q. That's it. Here's the thing though, that's not it. In base form, this doesn't knock up anyone, it just slows for the very specific percentage of significantly. In Shadow Assassin form, you literally leave behind a Shadow Assassin, how creative, that does this ability for you, but it has a longer range by the specific measurement of not specified. Shit, Riot, you're bad at saying things like normal people, but you're nerds, and what do I expect? But that's still not all. In your darkened form, you actually knock up enemies like a mini Cyan Q. Yeah, now that's it. Shadow Step. Kanye's E. Now the ability that you've all been waiting for, it's Kanye's E, like Kanye without an E's E, so he does have an E. Ha! Gotcha. Anyway, this is so hype, it's because the motherfucker goes fast and walks through walls, and apparently he can walk off the map too, which is insane. Also, if he does go through a wall, he'll be healing for the oddly specific amount of a small amount, and the duration of his E will again be oddly specific, greatly extended. But he won't get this extension of time if he's fighting a motherfucker that he is also in the wall with. But that's not what I think Riot meant by that. Additionally, and finally, when you're in your Shadow Assassin form, you also gain the ability to go even faster and an immunity from anyone that says you can't go that fast here. Fuck them. Alright. On to this guy's ultimate, the bread and butter, Umbral Trespass, his R. So I looked up Umbral because I was curious, which is apparently a Spanish word. So from this, I think it was a fitting name. Because basically, Kayn will become a sexy-ass Spanish-speaking suave motherfucker and enter whomever he pleases. Riot's words, not mine. And when he enters who he pleases, he is also untargetable, which means when he enters, that man is a god. In Shadow Assassin form, Kayn's sexy Spanish suave can get you to enter from greater distances, and they going to be hurting when you exit, as your passive is going to be doing some magic damage. Again, Riot's words, not mine. And finally, in your darkened form, when you pull it out, that means you're going to mean business, and you're going to be doing some extra damage as a whole percentage of your. Oh my god, right? How could you call people that? Oh, anyway, that is Kayn. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of you and glad to do something a little new with my What's Next series. But let me know what you think of Kayn in the comments, and more importantly, could you avoid this sexy Spanish suave? Until my next video, have a good one.